Another weekend has been one for the ages, with Europe's top football leagues delivering some thrilling moments. Barcelona suffered another shock defeat in La Liga, while Real Madrid took advantage to close the gap at the top of the table. In the Premier League, Arne Slot's Liverpool overcame Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in the most eagerly anticipated clash, while Harry Kane was forced off injured as Bayern Munich drew with Borussia Dortmund in the German derby, Der Klassiker. There were more challenges for RB Leipzig, while Chelsea and Arsenal dominated their games against Aston Villa and West Ham respectively. In Italy, Juventus suffered a final-minute drama, with former Manchester United striker Scott McTominay instrumental in Napoli winning 1-0 and maintaining their lead in Serie A outside Europe. Botafogo were the standouts, claiming their first Copa Libertadores title in a thrilling final. If you're enjoying this in-depth analysis of the challenges and strategies of the big teams in European football, join our community. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates on the games, analysis, and decisive moments from leagues around the world. And we want to hear your opinion. What did you think of Hansi Flick and Pep Guardiola's decisions this weekend? Leave your comment below and join the conversation. Manchester City's defeat to Liverpool wasn't entirely unexpected, but the manner of it was surprising. Liverpool put in a brilliant performance, while City underperformed. Arne Slot's side deserve praise not just for the win, but for their consistency in facing and beating big teams in succession. Liverpool came out of the blocks after facing Real Madrid, albeit shorthanded and far from their best. Even so, the English side played as if they had had weeks to prepare. The final scoreline could have been even more impressive, as evidenced by their impressive XG score of 3.57. To have beaten two of the world's biggest teams so convincingly in such a short space of time shows the strength of the team under Slot. Arne Slot has proven to be a coach of great vision and skill. He took over a giant club from a lower league, replacing a legendary manager in Jurgen Klopp. Despite having limited signings and having to adapt young players, such as Ryan Gravenberch, Slot has managed to transform Liverpool into a results machine. The team's resilience, despite the challenges, is a testament to the quality of the coach and the team. On the other side, Manchester City are facing a delicate moment. Pep Guardiola, accustomed to consistent victories, is having difficulty reversing a negative run. With 6 defeats in the last 7 games and the loss of a 3-0 lead in a frustrating draw, City are in an unusual crisis. The ability to overcome adversity will be key to the team finding its way back to winning ways. In addition to the challenges faced by big teams, this weekend highlighted the importance of balance between squad and technical leadership. Liverpool, despite facing adversity, showed that strategic planning and confident leadership can transform uncertainty into exceptional results. This is a reminder that football is not about individual talent, but about collective synergy. Another important point is the psychological pressure that comes with moments of crisis. For teams like Manchester City, managing consecutive defeats requires not only tactical adjustments, but also emotional support for the players. How Guardiola approaches this phase could define not only the season, but the future of the team as a whole. Botafogo's history in the Copa Libertadores brings an inspiring lesson for global football. In a continent where structural difficulties are common, Botafogo has shown that determination and hard work can overcome barriers. This achievement is a reminder that football is still, above all, a passion that connects and motivates millions around the world. On Sunday, Pep Guardiola made significant changes to Manchester City's team. Mateus Nunes and Rico Lewis started in wide positions, while Ederson was replaced by Stefan Ortega in a surprising choice. In addition, players such as Savinho, Jeremy Doku, and Josko Gvardiol were left on the bench. The strategy seemed to be focused on possession and short passes to control the game, but the plan encountered serious difficulties in execution. Liverpool's midfield of Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai completely dominated Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan, while Erling Haaland was isolated in attack. City's often criticized defensive line was given little protection by the midfield configuration. Guardiola's tactical approach has raised questions, even considering his impressive record of 6 league titles in 7 years. Among the intriguing decisions, the substitution of Ederson for Ortega stood out. While Ederson did not perform well against Feyenoord, he has been one of the team's most consistent performers this season. Furthermore, the delay in deploying real wingers, especially against fullbacks like Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez, was a point of criticism. Even Haaland, known for his finishing ability, seemed limited in his role, perhaps benefiting from a more versatile approach in this particular game. Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish were also outstanding concerns. De Bruyne, back from injury a few weeks ago, has yet to regain his starting role, playing only a handful of minutes per game. Grealish, who played 90 minutes against Feyenoord, had a minimal role against Liverpool. Both players are crucial to City's style of play, and their underutilization raises questions about their plan to turn around their poor form. Guardiola, with all his experience and tactical intelligence, faces an unprecedented challenge, overcoming a prolonged crisis. Although his ability to adapt is remarkable, the question remains: when and how will he find the solution to get City back on track? The defeat at Anfield, with a performance below expectations, only intensifies these doubts. An important consideration is how this difficult phase can impact the team's psychological balance. Players like Haaland, known for their focus and determination, can face emotional challenges when their role in the team feels limited or one-dimensional. Investing in strategies that reinforce confidence and promote more flexibility in playing style can be the key to unlocking new paths. Another crucial aspect is the integration of young talent into the main squad. Rico Lewis and Mateus Nunes are promising prospects, but requiring them to play such important strategic roles in high-pressure games could be detrimental. Guardiola could explore more combinations between the experience of the veterans and the enthusiasm of the youngsters to create a more solid balance in the team. The context of Barcelona's defeat to Las Palmas offers an interesting parallel. Great teams, even with glorious histories, are subject to surprises and moments of instability. This reinforces the idea that football is unpredictable and that resilience is an essential element for both coaches and players, especially in seasons that challenge their capabilities to the extreme. Saturday's defeat doesn't necessarily mean Hansi Flick's job at Barcelona is in danger. While the result was disappointing, the performance on the pitch told a different story. Barcelona weren't at their best, but they still managed an XG of 2.30 to Las Palmas 0.50 and had 27 shots compared to their opponents' just 5. Refereeing decisions on the 2 penalties awarded on Pau Cubarsí and Pau Victor could have completely changed the course of the game in Barca's favor. The goals conceded were a reflection of both Flick's highline approach and individual errors, such as those made by Hector Fort. This high-risk, high-reward philosophy of play demands precision and consistency. When mistakes are made, the team looks vulnerable, but that does not invalidate the method as a whole. Another important factor was the absence of key players and rotation in the squad. Alejandro Balde left early due to injury, while Pablo Torre and Fermin Lopez took over from Dani Olmo and Lamine Yamal, likely to preserve players for midweek commitments. In addition, Gavi was moved to a more defensive role in midfield, replacing Marc Casado. These changes affected the team's chemistry, something essential to Flick's style, which thrives on continuity and collective understanding. Flick's model is focused on the long term. Losing a game where the team was clearly dominant is no reason to abandon the project. The challenge now is to integrate the returning stars and adjust the team so that these occasional defeats do not impact morale or confidence in the strategy. It is essential to highlight that resilience is a core quality for teams that play high-risk football. Even in defeats, such as the one against Las Palmas, there are valuable lessons to be learned. A renewed focus on defensive details, without compromising the offensive identity, can make the team more balanced and less prone to failure in critical situations. The emotional management of the group will be key. With a young and constantly rotating squad, Flick needs to ensure that his players maintain confidence and understand the value of the process in the long term. This includes clear communication about each player's role in the project and the importance of each defeat as part of growth. The adaptive mindset will be Barcelona's differentiator this season. Adjusting the system according to circumstances, especially in the face of setbacks such as injuries or back-to-back games, can allow the team to maintain its consistency. Flick has the track record and vision to overcome such challenges, and the commitment to a high-risk philosophy could prove to be a strength rather than a weakness, provided it is executed well.